I saw this fucking segment on Brian Williams. How does this guy have a job, this lying sack of dog shit that he is, too? So, him and then this asshole named George Will. Any of you ever heard of him? No? Good. Who cares? No, but he's the best. This guy, and there's many like him, but he in particular is just the antithesis. If we were to ever find one of these fucking Webster or Rose, whatever big giant dictionaries again with pictures in it, his face is going to be in the out of touch definition. Guaranteed. It has to be. He's so fucking out of touch. So he goes on Brian with to push his shit book. I don't even know what it is. It's like his name, 3 words, and it's just all red with yellow lettering. And it's got to be 600 or 700 pages. It's big. Well, for one, I think in the segment, Brian Williams said on page 500 and some odd, you're like, oh my God. 500. Oh. Who has time for that shit? Again, even Bernie, I'm not reading 500 pages worth of shit that he might, and it might even be exciting and like, oh, hey, here's some new shit you might not even, consider, but we should probably be doing for the working class. Yeah, I got shit to do. Sorry. But here this guy is going to put out a 600 plus page piece of shit paperweight. And oh my God, fucking Brian Williams. When he pulls it up, because then they go to the shot where it's like him over here and Williams over here and the cameras, and he's just kind of like fucking holding it like it's a little baby. He's like, and this book, this wonderful volume of knowledge. Go fuck yourself. And all right. So within this toilet paper piece of shit book, he ends up like saying, oh, dude, I mean, this is how awesome it was in the 50s. Like, that's all he kept saying. We did this, whatever, back in 52, back in 55. Yeah, no shit. It was a different time. And so that right there leads you to believe this guy, aside from, just like Kyle Kalinske always says, they don't give a fuck about his policy. They love his policies. They think his policies are awesome. They just wish he wasn't such an asshole about it. They wish he wouldn't fucking tweet out things that make you go, oh God, that's, and then especially the way George Will talks. He's exactly the way an out of touch elitist would talk. He's almost exactly like that. If now, of course, I'm way up here with the English sort of part of the accent, but this might as well be the way George Will sounds, because he's like, oh, dear God, I wish he would not say such things that are just uncouth and are not appropriate for a presidential individual to be saying. And if that was the difference, this guy would be totally on board with Donald Trump. He just doesn't like that he says things that are a little out of character, off color, mean, not cool, whatever. I don't even give a shit at this point. The guy loved his tax plan. I mean, he's going to talk about how the tariffs for a second aren't, Republican or conservative. Like, so what? You don't care. It's this little bit of he's just like, that was me thinking George Will and others like him are just picking it. They got to find something of substance, because at this point it's obvious that you only dislike this guy just because he just pulled the mask off and showed everyone the ugly what's beneath the surface of your whole plan on how you fuck people over in the working class. And I mean, him and Bill Kristol. Bill Kristol's the greatest, because even after being wrong 10,758 times, he's still willing to go out there and tell you, well, what I think's going to happen in the future. Right there. Anytime you hear Bill Kristol saying this is what's going to happen in, however long, just know that whatever's the opposite of that is going to happen, because he's always wrong. He's a stupid asshole. And then you got his fucking, might as well be his dumb cousin, George Will, talking about how, oh, if only the Democrats could just be just like a conservative or like a Republican, but not so much, and they'd be a little different and not mean like Donald Trump is. They would win, and the country would be magnificent again. Yes, yes. Sick and tired of people like him, and it's obvious in this fucking thing that like he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's appealing for any of the people that are actually watching Brian Williams' show on any kind of regularity out there, but he's also appealing to people that are in their 70s and 80s. You know, the ones it's a bygone era for them. Oh, if only we can get back to the 50s. What a wonderful time for us white people. Yes. Sorry, we ain't going back. I mean, look, you want to pick out a certain amount of the statistics and, you know, various tax policies we used to have back then. Oh, great, I'm with you. But you don't need to have the 50s for that to go back to happen again. Just reinstate them. That's it. Everything else about the 50s is bullshit nostalgia. You know, I understand it because I heard about it a lot from my parents and grandparents, you know, but at the end of the day, times are changing, and most likely for the better. Now, they haven't done anything worth the shit for working class people, but that's what we're here to change. So, you know, stop listening to. I know for certain this guy's not going to sell any of these books, but he'll get another advance somewhere down the line, convincing people he doesn't have his head completely up his ass this time, and he'll write another stupid ass book, although completely neglecting to inform you how wrong he was before about everything. But that's the way these people are, man. Just out of fucking touch.